الله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وباث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
All praise and thanks be to Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal, who have made it possible to be here today. Today being this 27th of Ramadan 1445, which coincide with the 6th of April 2024, to continue with our Ramadan Tafseer, Suratul Sajdah. Last week, we are able to look at the verse 26 of the surah, where Allah said the word, أَوَلَمْ يَهْدِ لَهُمْ كَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ مِنَ الْقُرُونِ يَمْشُونَ فِي مَسَاكِنِهِمْ. Said, are they not guided to the generation, to the people that we have destroyed before them? They used to pass by their abode, their homes. Allah said, إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ. He said, in that there is sign for them to ponder, for them to reflect. And Allah in the verse with what? أَفَلَا يَسْمَعُونَ. He said, are they not listening to admonition? Are they not listening to the message of Al-Islam? So inshallah today I want to be starting on the next verse, which is verse 27. أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أولم يروا أنا نسوق الماء إلى الأرض الجرز فنخرج به زرعا تأكل منه أنعامهم وأنفسهم أفلا يبصرون.
Now we are taking the 26th verse of this surah. Inshallah, hopefully we are going to finish this surah today, inshallah. Allah said what? بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أولم يروا أن نسوق الماء إلى الأرض الجرز. So أولم يروا said, are they not seeing it? أن نسوق الماء, that we send down water إلى الأرض, onto the earth. We coordinate the water to the earth. Al-Juruz, the empty earth, the empty land that is not fertile, land that is dry. فَنُخْرِجُ بِهِ زَرْعًا. And with this water we brought about a lot of cultivation, a lot of farms. And Allah now said that what? تَأْكُلُ مِنْهُ أَنْعَامُهُمْ. From these cultivations, their animal is eating from it. وَأَنفُسُهُمْ. Even them themselves, even the kuffar themselves, they are seeing it clearly that this is from the mercy of Allah. Allah said, أَفَلَا يُبْصِرُونَ. Say, are they not seeing? So, قوله تعالى, let's quickly look at the tafsir of this particular verse. أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ النَّسُوقَ هَلْ مُرَادُ بِرُؤْيَةٍ وَرُؤْيَةُ الْبَصْرِ أَوْ الْعِلْمِ. He said, what did Allah mean with this word? I said, what? Are they not seeing how we drive water? He said, this scene here, the Ruyatul Bas, is it seeing like their main eye or them having the knowledge? It means the two. If they have to see it physically, but if they are not seeing it physically, definitely they've heard that something like this exists. سنسوق الماء إلى الأرض بالجرز وهل نسوق الماء في الجو أو نسوقه على الأرض. Allah said what? He said we direct the water to the earth, to the ground, the empty land. He said this question now is it that Allah is directing the water from above, from the heaven, just like in case of the rain, or on the earth Allah is also the one channeling them? Is both. Allah sent them water from the heaven as form of rain. Allah is also in charge of directing the course of water on the earth in the form of river, ocean, sea, streams. That is what Allah said in Suratul. Alam taro anna Allah yusji sahaba. Allah was talking about the rain. That Allah is one that combine the cloud to form rain. Now send down rain to the earth. Wasani and Anahar, even the other one that within the earth, Allah is the one in charge of the rivers, the seas. So with this water, whether the one from heaven or the one in the earth that people are still making use of, said with this, Fatum Bitu, Allah brought about what the different types of what cultivation, different type of plants.
تأكل منه أنعامهم وأنفسهم.
سواء كانت أنهار كبيرة كأنهار مشهور معروفة. So whether is the big ocean, the big water, or the small one on earth, apart from the rain. Said Allah is still in one charge of directing their course. إلى الأرض الجرز يعني الخالية. When it's الأرض الجرز, a earth that is what is free, is empty, no any water plant on it. We call it الأرض الجرز. Just like the way we are seeing it today now, we are in dry season. There is no water, there is no leaf, there is no any weed around us. But once Allah is going to send down rain, before you know it, we have fresh leaves. Allah is one in charge of disposing what the affair like this. سَعَرْضُ الْجُزُرْ لَا شَيْءٍ فِيهَا وَلَا فِيهَا أَيُّ شَجَرٍ. When سَعَرْضُ الْجُزُرْ is a land that is empty, that is free of any plant, no tree in it. فَيَأْتِيهَا الْمَاءُ مَطَرٌ أَوْ يَأْتِيهَا مَاءٌ نَهَرٌ. And Allah will send down into it, or Allah will send water from the sea. Just like you have it today. We are not in rainy season, but we are seeing corn in Abuja here. How is that happening? It's water from the river or from the sea that they are using to irrigate all those plants. Allah is in charge of both. Said what Yaqulu Ta'ala, فَنُخْرِجُ بِهِ زَرَعًا تَأْكُلُ مِنْهُ أَنْعَامُهُمْ وَأَنفُسُهُمْ. Say فَنُخْرِجُ بِهِ زَرْعًا. Allah said we now send forth from this water that grazes the land, we send forth different types of what? Vegetation, different types of plants. تَأْكُلُ مِنْهُ أَنْعَامُهُمْ, that their animals are eating, and likewise they themselves are also eating from that. سَتَأْكُلُ مِنْهُ أَنْعَامُهُمْ أي أنعامهم هنا الإبل, their camels, their cows, and the sheep. These are what we call an'am. Other animals are also inclusive, but what Allah specifically mentioned here is the one that are important: the camel, the cow, and others. لأنها تسير أكثر من أيدي الناس, because these are what people benefit themselves with. They are domestic animal that people make use of. That is why Allah use the word an'am. If Allah want to generalize, I use hayawan, animals. But you mention what the domestic animals that people make use of. So anfusuhum ay innahum yaquluna min hadha dar. So anfusuhum here means even they themselves, the kuffar that are disbelieving in what in the hereafter, they themselves also eat from this animal, from these vegetations, from these fruits. They benefit themselves. So al-ghalib alladhi yanbitu min al-ma' min al-anhar wa min as-suyul la yahtaju ila harth. He said what is more prevalent is that the water benefits from the stream, from the rivers, they benefit the wildlife, the forests, that nobody is in charge of cultivating them, but Allah is taking care of them. When you get to the forest today now, nobody is what is weeding it, but you still find different types of fruits there, that Allah is taking care of them. And Allah in the verse said, what? Afala tubsirun. Allah said, are they not seeing? Said, al-istifham huna litawbih. Allah is asking question. It's a rhetorical question. Said this question is reprimanding them, scolding them. And what is wrong with you? Why are you not seeing the truth? Why are you not seeing the reality? Say, yeah, what it means is that Allah is it's compulsory that you shouldn't see it. That is so clear like this, in your face, and you are still rejecting it. You are still denying the fact that Allah is one that is providing that. And this is also showing that you see that Allah has a perfect way of benefiting mankind. And if Allah is doing all of this, that Allah is giving water from the heaven or from the earth to a particular place that is dry, and before you know it, you have different types of what? Of cultivation, different types of trees. This shows that Allah also have the power to give life to death after what? After or in the hereafter. He said, "Fatumbi to be iznillah." He said, "We look at this plant; they germinate due to what? To the will of Allah. Likewise, Allah can also decree that after someone die and have turned to sand, Allah will say, "What? Come back to life," and you come back to life." Let's quickly look at the lesson we can learn from this of this verse. The first lesson: wujubu nadhr fil ayat. Said the being compulsory that you should always look at the signs of Allah, not even the plant alone, other signs of Allah. That is why it has been mentioned in a lot of verses of the Quran. Allah said, "Afala yasiru fil ard, fayanzuru kayfa kana akibatu alladhina min qablihim." Afala yasiru, plenty of them in the Quran. Have they not walked around the world, around the earth, and they see the reality? They see people that they have destroyed before them. They see a lot of things that Allah mentioned. So that is what there is lesson from it, that you should always move around to see the creation of Allah. You should sit yourself down one day. So how is this universe being controlled? By only one being, which is Allah. So it's compulsory that you should always look at the signs of Allah. Look at the sun. There will be sun. There is sun now. In the next few hours, the sun will vanish. How is Allah doing this? The moon, the stars, a lot of things. You should always look at them. So number 2 lesson you can also learn from here is that it's bad to af'alillahi khayriyyah or ikhtiyariyah. That you can only learn from here that Allah used to do some actions. He used to carry out some action due to his choice. That I said, oh, I choose it to be like this, and it will be like that. So nobody is imposing any affair upon Allah. That's why Allah said, Allah, anna nasukul ma. Say we were the one that coordinate and direct the water to the earth, whether being it in form of rain or in form of this of the river or the sea or the oceans. Allah is the one doing that. He is the one that if you are will, you are just say what be like this and it should be. But Allah is the one also doing those actions. So number 3 benefits you can also learn from here. Bayan qudratillah. How is yasukul ma jawan aw baron? Is the explanation of the capability of Allah, of what Allah can do. So number 4 lesson, anna al-asla fi ma nabata fil asli halal, is that all plants are halal. From this verse, we see that what Allah said, what satakul minhu an'amuhum wa anfusuhum. Say they are eating from it, and the animal also eating from it. They are eating from it, and the animal also what eating from it. From this shows us what all plants are halal. All plants are what? Are halal. Hatta yakumu dalil ala tahrim, except if there is any evidence that specifically say, oh, this particular plant is haram. For example, the weed that people are smoking today. People are using what is this plant? Plant is what? Shisha is what is plant, but what is haram? Why is it haram? Because it intoxicates. Because brother says that what kullu muskirin haramun wa kullu muskirin khamrun wa kullu khamrun haramun. He said anything that intoxicates is what is haram. And anything that's what anything that intoxicates is haram. So from here we see that all plants on the natural percent what they are halal, except which Allah have said, or Prophet has said, oh, this one you cannot use it. So the next benefit you can also learn from here, which is number 5. Bayan qudratillahi bi al-ard ba'da mawtiha. That Allah have the power to give life to the earth after it have died. That's what we are in dry season now. A lot of plants are dead, but small rain now, everything will come back to life. This to show that it will be very easy to give back to what even human being that died. It's very easy for Allah to give them back life on the day of judgment. So the next, al-isharatu ila a'la darajati yaqin. He said the next thing we can also learn from here is there is indication that the peak of yaqin, of certainty. I think last week we talked about certainty, that certainty is of 3 classes. We have what? Ilmul yaqin, ainul yaqin, and haqqul yaqin. These are the 3 steps of what? Of certainty. Ilmul yaqin, that you have the knowledge. Something that you cannot say and you have to say, this is certain. For example, as a Muslim, we believe that there is a day of judgment. This is ilmul yaqin. But if you are now there, it's ainul yaqin. You're not seeing everything is happening real. It's ainul yaqin. But if you are able opportunity to taste what the enjoyment in the hereafter, in Jannah, that is what haqqul yaqin. And I give example last week. For example, you are seeing your apple. You are not sure whether it's real apple or not. You seeing it is what? Ainul yaqin. But you just hear it at all. There's apple in Jannah. Is what? Ilmul yaqin. You seeing it is what? Ainul yaqin. But not testing it is what? Haqqul yaqin. So from this verse we learn that what Allah talk about the last one, where Allah said what? They eat from the fruits. So they have the certainty that definitely Allah give back life to what? To something that died. Even if they are still disputing it. That they are eating fruits. That's to show that Allah give life back to the plants. So the last benefit you can learn from here is sibatul mulukul bil an'am. that Allah associates ownership of what? Of animal to human being. So human being can own something, but them owning something is what is just temporary, is limited compared to when Allah is owner of something. When Allah is Al-Malik, you can't compare the word the king that Allah is being to the king of human being. So we will learn from that any kingship, any ownership that human being possess today, anything that they possess today is also by permission of Allah. It's what Allah have given them grant that they should what they possess. So فَهُوَ مُقَيَّدٌ لِتَحْصِيلٍ. So this is just being limited for their disposal. There are things I can do with it, there are things I cannot do with it. But is it for Allah, anything that Allah is the owner of it, Allah can do and undo. But as for human being, it's not like that. فَلَا تُحَصِلُ إِلَّا عَلَى وَجْهِ الْمَشْرُوعِ. They will not dispose of the affair of anything that they are in control of except according to what the Sharia have legislated. If you go beyond the legislation of the Sharia, you incur sin. But as for Allah, anything that is in control of, He do however He will. Allah is what? Fa'alu lima yurid. Allah do whatever comes to His mind. But as for human being, even if you are having the possession of anything, you still have a limit. So the next word benefit you can say that al-hasu ala-nadhar wa tabassur. He said this is also an evidence that you should always look and contemplate. Just like the first benefit you learn from here. You should look and what and contemplate on the signs of what of Allah Azza wa Jal. We now move to the next verse.
وَيَقُولُونَ مَتَى هَذَا الْفَتْحُ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ
قُلْ يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ
قُلْ يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ لَا يَنفَعُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِيمَانُهُمْ وَلَا هُمْ يُنظَرُونَ.
Allah now move to the next verse. قُلْ قَالَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى وَيَقُولُونَ. Even this kuffar, after saying all these signs that we have been mentioned from the beginning of the verse of the surah up to this point, after saying all the signs, وَيَقُولُونَ, they start saying, مَتَى هَذَا الْفَتْحِ? When is this judgment day that you people are clamoring for? I said it so that a particular pastor said that the world is coming to an end to this month. Say on it. It will say a day after tomorrow. And people are still all disseminating what the message around. So on 8 this month, right? What is according to his prophecy that Allah prophesies, Allah talked to him that the world is coming to an end next tomorrow. Which is false. He said the kuffar will be asking question, when is this judgment day? When is it?
وَيَقُولُونَ مَتَى هَذَا الْفَتْحُ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. If
truly you are truthful, you believe that you can claim that there is judgment day. If you are really truthful, when is that judgment day? When is it happening?
قُلْ يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ لَا يَنفَعُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِيمَانُهُمْ.
قُلْ يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ. Say unto them, O Muhammad, يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ, the day of judgment, لَا يَنفَعُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. It will not benefit those that disbelieve. The disbeliever, it will not benefit them, imanum, their belief on that day.
وَلَا هُمْ يُنظَرُونَ.
And there will not be respite for them. On day of judgment, all these kuffar, they will believe, there is day of judgment too. Just like Allah mentioned in Suratul. Said what? وَيَقُولُونَ وَلَوْ سَمِعْنَا أَوْ نَعْمَ
قالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير.
The kuffar on the day of judgment, they will be saying, لو كنا نسمع. hasn't been used to listen to all this preaching, all this wazi, or you will have small sense. We will not have been among the dwellers of the blazing fire. They will not acknowledge their sins, that, oh, we know we are wrongdoers. Said what? Woe, disgrace to what? To the people of what? Hellfire. Aliyazu billah. On the day of judgment, they will confirm all these things that they are denying. But Allah said what? La yanfa'uhum iman. Their iman will have no benefit to them. Walahum yunzarun. But they likewise, there will not be respite. There will not be any excuse being taken from them. So Allah Ta'ala, Allah Azza wa Jalla said what? وَيَقُولُونَ يعني لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَيَقُولُونَ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ Allah said what? Said وَيَقُولُونَ, they are saying to the believers. Say وَيَقُولُونَ, what it means here that these people they are saying to the believers, oh, مَتَى هَذَا الْفَتْرُ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. When is judgment between us and you people that claim to be believers? In kuntum sadiqin, if you are truthful, a'udhu billah, a secret from all this statement. If you tell adab, they are really delaying what? They are really delaying, they are rejecting what? The day of judgment. That is why they are saying, Mata hadal fatu, when is this judgment day? He said, Walaysa murad fatul Makkah. It don't mean conquest of Makkah. Fatu here is not conquest. That or victory. No. It means what? To differentiate, to settle between the two parties. Just like the Allah also said in the same Suratul Mulk, وَيَقُولُونَ مَتَى هَذَا الْوَعْدُ. So they were saying, when is that promised day now? All those promises, all those threats that you have been given, when is that day? In kuntum sadiqin. If you are truthful, when is that day coming? He said, Wahala is istifham. This is a question, a rhetorical question, just to reject the truth, to deny the truth. That is not possible that the day of judgment. Even after seeing all sorts of signs, they are still rejecting what? The truth. Said, Yaqulun, Ka'annahum Yaqulun, just like they were saying, In kuntum sadiqin, if you are really truthful, that you say you are a believer, you believe in the hereafter, some will tell you who have gone there and come back, and you are claiming that all there is of judgment. Wa ana la afiyata satakunu lakum fa aina zalik. And if we are claiming that on the day of judgment you'll be enjoying the paradise, when is that happening now? He said this is the extreme limit that stubbornness can push someone to. Arrogance can push people to. They are not denying what, even after seeing a lot of signs, they still denying the fact that the day of judgment will come to pass. So وَقَوْلُهُ قُلْ يَوْمَ الْفَتِحِ بِالْإِنزَالِ عَذَابٍ. Said this, Yom al-Fatih, oh Muhammad said to them, Yom al-Fatih is the day that the punishment will be descending upon them. Say, La yanfa'u الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِيمَانُهُمْ وَلَهُمْ يُنْظَرُونَ. Say, La yanfa'uhum لِلْأُمُومِ بِالْتَسْجِيلِ عَلَيْهِمْ مَا يَقْتَدِي فِيهِ. He said this, you look at this, Allah generalize it here to the whole kuffar. That what? It will not benefit the disbelievers on that day of judgment, their iman. Say, al-yawm al-fatih yani yawm al-fasl baynana wa baynakum wal-hukm. Say, what mean by yawm al-fatih here is the day that there will be judgment between us and you people. And Allah now end the verse, وَقَوْلُهُمْ وَلَا هُمْ يُنْزِرُونَ. There will not be any respite. There will not be any excuse. Sayyamulum litawbah, that all they will now have chance to repent or give you excuse. This is not because of this particular person. I will have do righteousness. No any excuse will be accepted on that day of judgment. فَإِذَا جَاءَ الْعَذَابُ الْمُكَذِّبِينَ فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ لَا يَنْفَعُهُم. So once the punishment comes to the world, to the disbeliever, to the rejecter of the truth, there is no any benefit that they can benefit themselves again with their iman. Just like Allah said to Pharaoh when he was claiming, Allah, when he the punishment, he was claiming that, oh, I now believe in what Banu Israel believe in. But what happened? Allah said,
الآن آمنت وقد عصيت من قبل فاليوم ننجيك لبدنك لتكون لمن خلفك آية.
Said Allah said, Allah, is it now, after you see punishment at what you are drowning in the water, and now claiming that, oh no, now I believe in what Banu Israel believe in? Allah said, no. What you are facing now is punishment. We are going to safeguard your body. We will preserve your body for people that to come. But even people to come, they are here now, they are seeing what the body of Pharaoh, they don't still believe. They still reject the truth. So let's quickly look at the lesson we can learn from these two verses before we move to the last verse of this surah. فَفَائِدَةُ الْأُولَى فِيهَا دَلِيلُ سَفَهَ هَؤُلَاءِ الْمُكَذِّبِينَ وَهُمْ مُقِيمٌ. So from these verses we learn that the kuffar, they are so foolish. They are so foolish in the way they think. And up to today, that is where they are still thinking. For them, they will say, Mata al-Fatu. When is that judgment day now? They are mocking what people that believe. Just like people, the Lord knows that they also mock the believer today. And likewise, not only mocking them, they are also confronting the prophets. That if we say that there's a judgment, let it happen now. Why delaying it? Why say there will be a judgment tomorrow? All this, let it happen now. So number two lesson we can learn from this: Anna al-hukma bayna al-mu'minin al-kafirina min al-fatih. Said definitely there is going to be judgment between believer and the non-believers and the disbelievers on the judgment. Number three lesson, bayanu utuwil kafirina wa ijramihim. He said there is from this verse you've seen the explanation of how arrogant the disbeliever are. How they are so arrogant, so pompous. Even if they are committing their crime, they still feel that what they are the one in charge. They don't want to submit to any government, any law. Which number four lesson can also learn from here. Anna al-adhab is another la yanfa'u imanun. It's that once Allah decides to send down punishment, there is no benefit that you now believe. Belief will not benefit you. And you now say, oh, I solved my sin. That will not have any benefit to you. Because Allah said, وَتَوَلَّاهُمْ يُنْزَرُونَ. No respite, no excuse will be granted from them. Will be granted to them. And the last lesson you can learn from here, أَنَّ الْعَذَابِ قَدْ يُؤَجِّلُ قَبْلَ نُزُولِهِ. He said punishment used to be preceded by some signs. That Allah will say, bring some signs before punishment. He said, that is why I said, كُلْ يُومَ الْفَاتِحِ لَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ فَظَاهِرُ الْآيَةِ أَنَّهُ لَوْ كَانَ هَذَا الْإِيمَانُ قَبْلَ نُزُولِ الْعَذَابِ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى يَرْفَعُهُمْ بِالْإِيمَانِ. If this their belief is before the punishment, Allah will have to raise away punishment from them. But because they reject the belief before the punishment, you have no any benefit to them. So let's take the last verse of the surah. Allah said what?
فَأَعْرِضْ عَنْهُمْ وَانْتَظِرْ إِنَّهُمْ مُنْتَظِرُونَ. After all this back and forth evidences, enjoyment, Allah explained about the enjoyment in Jannah, punishment in hellfire. After all, Allah now gives the last admonition to the prophets. He said, فَأَعْرِضْ عَنْهُمْ. Avoid them. After all your wasi, after you do all your dawah, and person still reject your dawah, the next thing, avoid them. And how do you avoid them? Inshallah, I'm going to see how you do avoid them. One time. Then wait for them. Wait and be looking at what will be their end. Likewise, they are also waiting to see what will be the end result. He said, he says, you avoid them. Lays a murad and dawah. This does not mean that you stop calling them. You can still continue to dawah, but you should avoid them, neglect. You should avoid them in what? In disturbing them too much. But still call them to dawah. Call them to the right word, to the truth. Bal murad la ta'tam bihim. What it means that don't show any that show important to their affair again. That you now take them their affair to be your utmost. After you do that for over years, and that is not accepted. You can still be calling him, but you don't have hope in them. Yani la tajad nafsaka muta'alliqa bihim wantazir. He said you should not now attach your soul that you are still hoping, counting on them. No. Rather, you should just wait. So what do you mean intazir here? Intazir nuzul adab bihim. You should now wait that what punishment will very soon punishment will befall them. And Allah said what? Innahum muntazirun. Said innahum muntazirun ay muntaziruna an yanzala bihi bika halak biqatl awgali. So they are also the kuffar are also waiting that very soon we will kill you. So that will kill you or what? We wait for your destruction. You wait for when you are going to die and leave this world. They are said that they are waiting and looking for your end. Or they are also waiting for their own end too. They are waiting for punishment that you have been promising them. فَلَعَنَا نَحْنُ نَنْتَظِرُ أَنْ يُنَزِّلَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى الْعَذَابِ إِلَى الْكُفَّارِ. So as for we the believer today, after all your dawah, we are also waiting that what Allah will send them punishment to the kuffar, to the disbeliever. لكن مع ذلك ندعوهم. We won't stay with that. We have to be inviting them to Islam. ونقاتلهم إذا كان لدينا القدرة. And we also fight them if we have the capability to do that. So this is the end of what Suratul Sajdah. Let's quickly do a lesson from this last verse. Al-Fayatul Ula, the first. And al-Mukabir yuradu anhu wa yutrak. So someone that is arrogant, that is pompous, as a Muslim, you avoid them. That is the first lesson you learn. You avoid them until Allah will send down the punishment to them. So number 2 lesson you can also learn from here. An al-mukadhib la yantazir illa azab. He said, for those that belie the truth, those that reject the truth, they are not waiting for anything except the punishment. No any wasi you do to them that will benefit them. Even after talking for years, they will still reject all your wasi, all your admonition. So what they are only waiting for is punishment from Allah. بل يقال إنهم منتظرون لعذاب لكونهم يستمروا على كفرهم فهم كالمنتظرون ما ينزل بهم. So because they are upon their disbelief, they are definitely waiting for punishment to befall them. So after a clear verses, clear evidence to them, they are still rejecting what? They are still rejecting the truth. So we come to the end of what? Of Suratul Sajdah. Now before we call it today, this is a message for this year Tafseer. This is Ramadan 1445. The message is to the Dawah Committee. Alhamdulillah that what they are able to be persevere with us all this Ramadan. May Allah continue to bless them and strengthen them. And also the reviewers, those that are present here, and those that are also following us online. May Allah continue to guide and direct our fear. And likewise, I would like to honor and talk to our scholars that are always there to correct us and guide us anywhere we are made mistake. They quickly call us to the right track. And I think I made a mistake that a scholar have told me that when we begin this verse, we were talking about a verse in Suratul Ma'arij now. Well, I said, what are you, Malaika today? If you can Kidaru Homsin Al-Fasana. I mistakenly, when I translated the word Homsin Al-Fasana, I said 500,000 years. Not 500,000, it's 50,000 years. 50,000, not 500,000. So that is what the scholars have been there to review and look at what we have been doing, and they also make their own correction. May Allah continue to preserve them upon the heart. And to the sisters, generally, please, our sisters, we have to be up and doing. So I wish before this time next year, or whatever next year, the sisters will be sitting here, not me. I hope that. And before next year, you should be able to learn and what. You can learn within short period and you become a scholar too. Even within 3 months, you can become a scholar. I think it's not possible. It's possible. It depends on the education. I know some sisters, they did Tafseer years back here. You know, I think it should be 2 years ago. Some sisters are here doing the Tafseer. With short period of time, discover yourself, discover your talent and work on it. You can do it. So let's not relent before time goes. We have people that can teach you. Let's start learning before the time we pass us by. Before you now be looking for Malam, there are no Malam to teach you. We have a lot of Malam around now, and they can teach you easily. And you learn. Even me here sitting down, I not learn more than a year, and I say what you have today. You can also do that. You have scholars that are learning today. That's why even this Ramadan, alhamdulillah, we have a lot of sisters that are doing Tafseer around the globe. Sisters that are doing Tafseer. You can also be one of them. So let's not relent. Let's continue striving. We pray that Allah make it easy for us, that we learn what we need in this day, and Allah will make it easy for us that will be a source of us entering Jannah. That is our goal. Our hima is that what at the end we enter Jannah. وأقول قولي هذا أستغفر لكم من كل ذنب إنه هو الغفور